Hey guys, so if you have not checked out my video titled Procreate Animation Tools and this is your very first time animating with Procreate, I do suggest that you check out that video first because I go through all the tools that you need to know about when you're animating in Procreate. So you can go check that out and then you can come back and join us. And we'll be here waiting for you. So alright, go do that. Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Dada Purple and I'm trying to be a YouTuber. So if you're new here, I just got braces. Well, not just got, like a couple months ago I got braces and I have this weird lisp now, so please bear with me. Anyway, so let's get started. So I got a request on a previous video to give a proper tutorial on the animation process in Procreate, mostly inking and coloring. So I thought I would do not one, but two videos on the topic. So the first one is going to be on how to ink and color a bouncy ball, which is this video. Something very simple that covers all the basics. And then the next one will be something a little bit more complex, how to ink and color a lava lamp, like I've done in a previous video that I'll show on the side of the screen or something. So for that video, we'll be starting from scratch. So we'll be animating from scratch, like the whole sketching process and everything. So if you find that interesting, stay tuned for that video. But for this video, I've already done the sketch and you can download the rough animation from the description box below so that we can ink and color together. If you want to create your own animation for a bouncy ball, here's a quick circles tip that I learned from Procreate. So draw your not so perfect circle, making sure to connect the start and finish lines together, and do not raise your pen off of the screen. You probably get a sphere or an oval, or maybe even a circle right off the bat, but if you do not get a circle, whilst keeping your pen on the screen, use one finger to tap and hold onto the screen and then let go of both. Voila, you have a perfect circle that you can now use. Anyway, let's move on with the video. So it's animation in Procreate. One layer is seen as one frame and a group of layers is still seen as one frame, but like stacked up on top of each other. I know that doesn't make sense to explain, so I'm going to just show you. So first of all, we're going to create 4 layers above the first layer. And then we're going to put them all in a group. I'm going to rename the group as 1 because now this is our first frame. And I just like to organize my layer titles, I don't know. So, okay, these 4 layers should be labeled ink, light, shade, and flat. You don't have to have these all on separate layers if you do not want to. I just prefer to do mine this way while I'm working on it, and then I merge or flatten the layers when I'm done. But while I'm working on them, I like to have my elements or different parts separated so that if anything is like severely effed up, I can just delete the entire layer instead of like trying to start erasing, and it just takes a long while. Anyway, so taking a pen of your choice, mine is the Gaussian brush. Let's try and trace over our sketch as neatly as possible. Okay, so to plot your drawing, you can either use your brush of choice, I'm using the studio pen, and color it in like so. Or you can drag and drop directly into the ink. But I don't like to do this because, like I said, I like to draw all my different parts on separate layers. Like, so now what if I decided that, okay, actually I do not want to have my ink lines showing anymore. I can just turn off the layer now, can I? So instead, what I do is that I set the ink to be a reference by tapping on it and clicking on reference and then going down to my flat and then dragging and dropping. Now you're probably thinking like that it's just like a small ball, it won't take that much time, just color it in. But don't forget, this is just an example. Like when you're doing your more complex animations on like your bigger ideas, this is going to be a huge time saver to use reference as a thing. So yeah, it's not a useless tip basically. Anyway, so to light and shade my animations, I personally like these complementary colors, where if I shade with purple, I will light with green, or if I shade with blue, I will light with yellow. Or if I'm lazy and I don't want to think about color at all, I just use the color of the object and I set the blend mode for light to color dodge and the blend mode for shade to multiply. Now you can light or shade however you want, to be very honest. If it's not like for a grade or for like a client, then it just matters if you think it looks good, and that's all that should really matter, because it's art. There's no right way to do art. So I'm gonna use the medium old brush for my light. I'm going to just draw a small circle here. Whoops. A small circle here, and then a slightly longer one, just to make it look like the ball is like a bit shiny. And then for my shade, I'm going to use the same brush and just lightly on that. Now, to make sure everything stays within the flat, we're gonna tap on the shade and click clipping mask. And that makes all the shading stay within the flatter colors. And then we're going to do the same for the light as well. And now we can turn down the opacity for the multiply. We can add a little bit of a gaussian blur so that it's not too sharp. We can even do the same for the light if you want to. Okay, I think I like mine looking a bit sharp, so I'm gonna just leave it sharp. And yeah, basically you're done with the first frame. So now if you give me a minute to go finish the rest, and I'll be back. Okay, and now we're done. So let me just note that I did delete the sketch layers as I was working, so I could have more space for more layers. But yeah, we're done. Is it perfect? No, it's not. It is very far from perfect. I can tell you everything that's wrong with it just by looking at it right now. But the key of this video is to learn how to, ink and color with it. And I think we got the job done. So it's not an A+, but it's not an F either. Like a good B-. So I hope you guys can use this information to create something much better than this, and something interesting and cool, and I wish you success on your journey. Okay, like and subscribe. Goodbye.